My husband and I have been together 17 years, and we have 3 children that we adopted as a couple. Gary is deaf, and so are 2 of our 3 children. Gary was raised Jewish, and I was raised Southern Baptist. 2 of our children are Hispanic, and 1 is Chinese. We just like to tell people we have a very traditional gay, deaf, Jewish, Baptist, Chinese, Hispanic family. Gary and I were able to adopt our 3 children, but we couldn't do it as a couple. Essentially, because of the second parent law in Texas, one of us adopted, went through all the paperwork, the finances, the review, and then we had to wait 6 months before the other one could adopt. And in that 6 months, it's very scary, because if something were to happen to one of us, the other that hasn't adopted yet would have no legal right. And if that gets overturned, as some lawmakers in Texas would like to see happen, it really would put families like ours in a very precarious and dangerous situation. Well, that's why it's so important to support Equality Texas and to support the fight for marriage equality, because with marriage we would be able to adopt our children as a couple, and those issues would really dissolve.
Well, she approached me with a Jell-O shot and said, "Would you like a Jell-O shot?" And I said, "Well, who is this girl offering me alcohol? Sure, I'll take one." So I thought she was gorgeous, and I thought, this is interesting. Let me see where this goes.
When we had our son, he had a pretty traumatic birth, and we were in the hospital for a while. We felt very lucky that we were in Austin, because it's a lot more open-minded than a lot of places. So luckily, we had a great lawyer that helped Lynette adopt Merritt. So she had paperwork already in place, even though the adoption wasn't all the way through. She had to make life decisions like that very night without me there. So, you know, if she were denied the right to make those decisions, I don't know what we would have done. It's been such a joy to have him in our life. I mean, he's pretty much everything now, so, yeah.
In the past 5 years that Frank has been open for business, we have been a strong ally. We have embraced the community within the gay and lesbian world. Being downtown in one of the entertainment districts has certainly expedited that. As the state of Texas moves forward, hopefully changing these draconian laws, if you will, these antiquated laws of equality, it's going to be a little bit easier for myself to do business. We certainly hope that it will help our neighbors and other business owners in Austin and all over the state move forward and embrace humanity for what it is, and just keep life a little bit simpler, and hopefully guide themselves and their business with love, which is going to make everything better.
My experience as being the first openly transgender officer at the Austin Police Department has been overwhelming, but in the most positive sense. I came out for me, but ultimately, at the end of the day, I really hope that my story can inspire and encourage, and hopefully even be a testimony to other people that it can be done, that sometimes you don't even know the level of support you're going to find. Having the backing of supporters such as Equality Texas, helping individuals get smoothly through that transition and streamlining that process, that would be a great hurdle to overcome.
We actually met in high school on a school bus, and Stephanie said, "You can sit here." There was no other room on the school bus. We met again in college and dated for a couple years. Took a couple years to grow up, and then now we've been together for 6 years. We feel so encouraged by Equality Texas, because we know it's not going to be the same way for Stella. We know that all the work that they're doing now is, you know, for Stella when she's 15, 16 years old, and hopefully even before that, it's not going to be that way.
I was out with my softball teammates, and we were sort of getting ready for the softball season to start, and there was a uniform night, and we had gone out and just, you know, had a good time. I was walking back to the garage, and I noticed that there were some guys that started following us, and I just thought that they were probably going to the same place we were. And it was outside of the parking garage that the same four guys that were following us attacked Matt and I. I was blown away by the support from the community. I was blown away by just everyone else's story that would come up to me and tell me their story, the kind of crimes that they endured because of their sexuality. I think that organizations like Equality Texas are so important for our community, that are there to fight for us. Please support Equality Texas.
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 This land is your land. This land is my land. From California